says the Lord. Made it through Genesis and go forth into Exodus. It really has been a blessing to be able to do this. I had means to do this. I pray that pray that y'all be blessed by this word. And that y'all go forth and read along with me. Read it for yourself. Be fed that meat of the word, so that you may know truth through the Holy Bible. Exodus chapter 1 says, Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. But Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. So a new king that rose up after, Joseph had been there and all his brethren died. He ain't know Joseph, so he wouldn't be like, Pharaoh was unto Joseph and give him all the land and stuff. So. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Ain't like that. He says, Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies. So they see that they grew and an abundance of people. They was afraid that, if a war broke out, they may side with the enemies and try to overthrow them. So they was already plotting against them. Not knowing they didn't have the fear of the Lord. They didn't fear the Lord. New kings. It said, it says, unless when there followed out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. They want them up out of it. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. Kind of like what's today. And all this slavery and all this segregation and all this, more they beat us and shoot us and lock us down. We just keep on growing, keep on multiplying. They can't get rid of us fast enough. It says, but the more that they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And made them slaves. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and all manner of service in the field. Same thing they did over here. And all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrews midwives, of which The name of the one was Siphrah, and the name of the other was Phul. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men and children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men and children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered her, the midwives come in unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that they had made them houses, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. So they didn't want the men children, they wanted the Hebrew Nubian black woman. They didn't want the men, they wanted to keep the women, because they knew that the Egyptians knew that the black women feared God. So they didn't want the sons, they wanted the daughters. So they think in their mind that God would dwell easy with them because of their wickedness. Exodus chapter 2. And there went a man of the house of Levi, the highest of the priests, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the women conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the women took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren. What brethren? His Hebrew brethren. this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killest the Egyptians? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. And when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. And Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priests of Midian,
God's good, huh?
yeah, now the priests of Midian, now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. He sat down by a well. Now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass, in the process of time, that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. He died, they were like, I great. And they cried, and their cry came up unto the God by reason of the bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Exodus chapter 3. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God said unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here am I. And he said, draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place wherein thou standest is holy ground. Take those dirty shoes off. This is holy. Be very clean when you step forward into this one. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, and the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrow. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them out of that land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? Who am I? I'm just a man. And he said, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee, that I have sent thee, that thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt. Ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. This is his name. I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am, have sent me unto you. That's his name. I am that I am. Holy. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt. Unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, and unto the king of Egypt, and ye shall say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews hath met with us. And now let us go. We beseech thee 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go. No, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that, he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourneth in her house, jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. And ye shall put them upon your sons, and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians. And Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. But they will say, the Lord have not appeared unto thee. It's just like you go to church and you try to tell your pastor or your bishop or the congregation that you had a vision or a dream from the Lord, and they say, the Lord ain't showing you nothing. I ain't gonna believe you either. And the Lord said unto him, what is that in thy hand? And he said, a rod. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. Cast that rod down on the ground, turned to the serpent. He was afraid. He had to move. He was like, oh, man. He had to get from behind his snake. I did the same thing. The Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the rail. So take it by the tail. Take it by the tail. So take the snake by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it. And it became a rod in his hand. Ain't that something? It's good. That they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have appeared unto thee. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he said, and he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Amen. See, y'all gotta get it down. Moses was a prophet. Come on, man. He said, put forth his hand into his bosom. And when he did, and took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. That means his hand turned white. His hand can't turn white if his hand already white. So I don't know why they, like the Ten Commandments movie and all these other movies they got out there. Can't turn a white man's hand white. But your brother said turn white if you got leprosy. There you go. He said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take out of the water of the river and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant. But I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. So, in other words, he wasn't quick to speak. He was very humble and wise. And the Lord said unto him, who have made man's mouth? Who made man's mouth? I did. The Lord. The Lord said he made man's mouth. Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? The Lord made the dumb, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind. He made everything. He made the mouth, made your hands, the feet, the old busted feet. He did all that. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. Amen. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. And he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. So your brother Levi, or the Levite, you speak pretty good. So Moses, in other words, he said he was slow to speak. And all that, he had a speech impediment. His brother of the Levite, he ain't had no speech impediment. Says, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye should do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. So in other words, between Moses and Aaron, the Holy Spirit was given unto them. The Holy Spirit spoke to them, taught them what to say, what to do, what to speak. Holy Spirit. The Trinity. It says, and thou shalt take this rod into thy hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren, which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, go in peace. And the Lord said unto Moses and Midian, go, return into Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Israel. And I shall say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. God said, tell them, hey, let the children of Israel go. They my people. You let my people go. I'm going to take you out your people. Your firstborn. And it came to pass by the way in the end that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. And then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son, and cast it at his feet, and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So he let him go. Then she said, a bloody husband thou art, because of the circumcision. And the Lord said to Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God, and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads, and worshiped.